Yo everyone, just a real quick intro to this video. This is a Freelander to Airbox. It actually sits that way round. Excuse any water you can see in it. I'll just give it a quick rinse out because it was just all cruddy, and I thought, why not, seeing as it's out of the car? The reason why I've taken it out of the car is because of this hole here. Me and Alana, we knew that this hole was here and that we needed to sort it, but especially me, I don't think I realised just how important it was to fix until recently, when someone on a Facebook group told Alana to basically sort it. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. The reason for this hole is it's a drainage hole. It's meant to have a little rubber bung in here, but rumour has it that Land Rover stopped fitting them to the Freelanders to save a few pennies, cost cutting and all that. But I just think they get old, brittle, perished, and just fall out and just disappear. So yeah, we're going to be refitting. I think it's like a cistern ball cock thingy repair kit doodah to it. It's a well-known fix. People have done it all over the place, and yeah, it's probably one of the most important things you can do to a Freelander, because without it, as you can imagine, airbox in the car, it's sat there, you go through some water, it don't even have to be off-road, and you can go through a ford, water comes straight up through that hole and then gets sucked straight into the engine. Yeah, big problems in your engine. So yeah, this is probably one of the most important things that we're going to be doing to our car, and that's to replacing this. So hopefully it's not going to stop water completely getting in, but it will minimize it a lot more than this big gaping hole would do, and still allow water to get out. If you want to see a more in-depth video of this, go to Beavis Pitt's video that I'll link in the description or on the screen, or I'll link somewhere. He basically does a number of tests, how it fills up with different bungs in, etc, etc. So yeah, go and watch his video. He's much more knowledgeable about this, and he has made a cracking video about it. Just sit back. We're no mechanics, so yeah, just watch us fumble away and hopefully get this fixed. So when we go off-roading, or just when we're out and about, hopefully we'll get no water issues in this department. So yeah, stick around for the next bit. Hello everyone from VoiceOver Scott. We actually forgot to get video with this part. I know, probably the most important part, and we go and forget to get video of it, but we did manage to snap a few pictures, or Alana managed to snap a few pictures along the way. So credit to my head photographer, and also credit to the two dogs. They were there as health and safety, compliance, financials. They were in charge of all that. So all that side was covered. Photographer on the loose, and then a spanner sat on the kitchen floor with a head torch on so he could see what he was doing. Here's me and Skittles deciding what flat-headed screwdriver bit to go for. There was a bit of disagreement about this point. We had to go to a board meeting between all of us. Lady had her input, Skittles had her input. Yeah, it all got a bit feisty, but lo and behold, we settled it out. We found the right screw bit, and everyone was happy. At this point, Skittles was like, "What are you doing, Dad? That's going to break. It's all going to go wrong. You're going to break it." At this point, we'd already drilled it. We forgot to get pictures of that part. Silly us. I was just trying the wood screw in it. I think I used about a 2 or 3 mil drill bit in the end. I can't remember which, but it was a very small drill bit, just almost pilot hole it so the wood screw wouldn't split it straight open. So yeah, just trying the screw in to make sure all was good in that respect. Once I was happy with that side of things, I then put the screw and a washer onto the rubber bung itself, ready to screw onto the airbox and tighten it down. And this is the end result that I was actually really happy with, because I just expected it to go wrong and break like it normally would do whenever I touch anything. But yeah, tightened it down really slowly, make sure there was no cracking sounds as the wood screw went in, and if there was, I could just back it out. But yeah, I was quite impressed with this. Tightened it down just enough that it was nice and snug, but not all the way down that, yeah, it'd just break. And in this little clip, you can see we'd filled the bottom of it up with water, and you can see the water draining out like it's supposed to. I don't know if you dunk the airbox into water, water doesn't ingress in too fast. So yeah, it did what it's supposed to do. Apologies if you needed a wee. These are the wood screws that we used, and we brought an assortment washer set because we thought, well, one of them's got to fit surely. I don't know if these are the right combination, but it worked for us. So, and here's the kit we ended up using. We did buy the screw fix version and we were going to use that, but after watching Beavis Pit's video, we decided against that and brought this. We couldn't buy it in store because there was none available, so we had to buy it online. But this is what we ended up using, which I think most people end up using. You only need to use the actual rubber bit in the pack itself. The rest of it is basically throw away. You don't need that. Right guys, it's the next morning. It's absolutely freezing today. I've got no idea how long the GoPro is going to last because it was on 1 bar battery and it's freezing cold. It's -4 today. So yeah, bitterly cold. So the GoPro might not last 5 minutes with the cold and with the fact that it's almost flat and all that jazz. But yeah, let's get on with this. Back out here to refit this after doing the modification yesterday. I don't know if this is the right angle let's set up or anything, or whether you can see anything at all, but there you go. That's modification. As you'll see from the pictures, we didn't video it, and yeah, I looked like an absolute surgeon while doing it, just so I got it right, because normally when I do these sort of things, 9 times out of 10 it will go wrong rather than go right. But yeah, there's a system repair thing. We screwed it down quite far. It can go down more, but it's sitting flush, it's draining the water out, it's doing everything that it needs to do, and hopefully it will stop water from getting in. Well, a lot more than what it did. So yeah, now we're going to refit this. I mean, when I took this out, I didn't have a clue how it come out because I'm not a mechanic. But yeah, I just literally wiggled it and it popped out. And I don't know if you can see this in the angle, but there's like little holes. I think these bits here, and there maybe, they locate into them grommets. So that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, let's see how this goes. And I'm guessing that pipe somehow slipped into that hole there. Yeah, no idea. Let's fumble around like a man style and see how this goes. It'll either fit or break, one or the other. Let me move up in there before it disappears down into the great unknown. See what happens. I could take this top bit off. I'm going to try to do it without, see what happens. There's a bit of lead left on the MAF sensor, so hopefully all should be gravy. Alright, so hopefully slide this under there. I'm going to try and focus on getting this pipe in first with a little bit of jiggery pokery. Come on, give me a bit of room. There we go. So that's the pipe slid onto the face of it. I don't know if it pops in, but yeah, that one's lined up. That one's lined up. So hopefully now just push it in. I think that's in. Oh, there you go. That's definitely in. That feels all good. Hopefully it will stay that dirty clean. So yeah, that's that back in. Pop the air filter in. I mean, this one's almost brand new because we changed it not long ago. So if your air filter isn't clean, then now's a good time to change it. But this one's all good. We've got another one in the boot for emergencies because if these get wet, then they're knackered. So always best to carry a spare one. Pop that down onto there, make sure it lines up. A screwdriver, screwy before my fingers freeze off. Just make sure you don't screw them down too hard because they do strip threads. That one down you go. Just literally nip them up. It helps if you push the top down like I'm doing with it. There you go. That's that one down, that one down, that one. And landed. And that one's missing. But yeah, there we have it. The most important modification you can do on a Freelander too, or fix, modification fix, I don't care what you call it, but it's the most important thing you can do, because hopefully now it'll stop the water ingress into the airbox. It'll stop it getting sucked up by the air pipe and getting sucked into the engine, and catastrophic failure, let's say, because yeah, that won't be cheap. We should have done this before. It should have been one of our first things, but yeah, it's one of the things, oh, I'll get around to it, I'll get around to it, and you never do, and then when it goes wrong, you wish you got around to it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Most people already know about it, but if they don't, there you go. Yeah, do what you wish with it. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Cheers.